Welcome to our second installment of 2020 Summer Camp slash COVID slash Corona slash whatever you want to call it, kind of depressing middle of the year. I am Brandon Foreman, associate publisher for Baton Rouge Parents Magazine, Inspire Health, Pink and Blue, a couple of the other publications we do. For those of you that didn't join us last week, we are kicking in here. You see a bunch of people on your screen. These are all of our panelists. We're going to kind of run through, let you talk with each one of them. They are representing camps in the area, as well as we have Liz with the Baton Rouge Area Chamber to kind of keep the flow so we don't break it up. Liz, can you go ahead and jump in and kind of tell us out of the gate, why are summer camps important for you guys over, normally you wouldn't think, the Baton Rouge Area Chamber's really, they care about every business, but normally camp isn't as high as an agenda that it seems like it maybe is this year. So let you kind of jump into that one.
Yeah, thanks, Brandon. Childcare providers just provide an essential service because without folks like you, everybody else can't get back to work. And so we think it's really important that summer camps are supported as much as possible in opening up and getting all the things you need to be able to do business right now so that everybody else can get back to work. It's just going to be essential to our economic recovery. So we're so pleased to be here and happy to partner in this. Thanks a lot for having us. We are going to be releasing either later on this week or the beginning of next week the results of a survey that we've had out in the field asking questions of summer camp leaders so that we can really put our finger on what those things are that are causing you all to have so much trouble and sleepless nights and all the great things that you're doing to figure out a way through them. So we're excited to be able to release that to the community coming soon.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you taking some time. I know you're not able to, hang with us all night long, but it's important.
Thanks. Sorry.
For anybody, for all the camps also to know, Chambers worked well with getting the word out, with trying to help and promote everything we're doing. So if you can help them out as well. If you hadn't talked with anybody over there, definitely reach out. Liz, Adam, any of the crew over there can help you out. So we're going to run through and kind of make introductions. Lisa, you're the first one up. Lisa, can you tell us a little bit about what you've got going on?
All right. I'm Lisa Graves. I'm with LSU Online and Continuing Education, and I manage the pre-college programs, summer camps, a couple other areas, and I'm State Science Fair Director. We have about 32 virtual camps going on. They just started this week. Enrollment has been building and fairly good. They're synchronous and asynchronous camps. There's about an hour of instruction from a certified teacher, half an hour in the morning and a half an hour in the afternoon. And the rest of the content is available to the student 24/7 to complete projects and to then present those to the teacher and share their activities in the afternoon. So that's what we have going on right now.
Next, let's go to Jimmy. Jimmy, how are things going over there for you guys? I'll let everybody guess who Jimmy's with. First two guesses.
I'm Jimmy Frederick. I'm the Knock Knock Marketing and Communications Director, and things are quiet here now for the moment, but we're hoping that it's not going to be too much longer, that it's going to be boisterous with children's laughter and adults and everything else here in the museum. Phase 2, like you said, Brandon, is opening all kinds of new doors for a lot of us, especially children's museums. We're just still waiting to see exactly what that means for interactive exhibits, because we're not going to open unless we can be interactive and we can really play like we want to play here in our 18 learning zones. But our camps are a little different, and I just really appreciate all the camps that are go for the entire summer. But we have 4 weeks of camps. Ours are starting on July 13th with Astro Camp, and that is a NASA-based camp that really gets into the fun things of science, space exploration, our planets, our solar system, just really all kinds of neat stuff that they can do for that week through the July 13th week. Then we have something brand new, which is called our Minecraft camp. And anybody with kids between a certain age knows about Minecraft. And we have developed an actual real world Minecraft camp. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That'll be the following week. So we have 4 weeks of camps we have our registration open now. And all you have to do is go to knockknockmuseum.org/camps, and you can register for those camps. But again, we're just excited to be really close to being open again. And I think we have a lot of great things coming up this summer, and really appreciate what Be Our Parents Magazine and you, Brandon, are doing for us. We really appreciate it.
I'm not doing anything but just distracting people. So I'm just trying to sit here and make it all work and get everybody connected. So I appreciate it.
You're doing a heck of a job.
Next, let's go to Lyle. Lyle, apologize for all the invites. I heard we sent you a whole bunch and got confusing. And then at the same time, I saw you outside your shop there, and I was hitting the horn as I was going down the road about 5:30. So that was me. If you were curious on who's honking at you, Sherwood Forest. So.
Thanks a lot for sending the invite to us, Brandon. I'm Lyle Board. I'm the owner and general manager of School of Rock Baton Rouge. We have, kind of been contemplating what we were going to do with our summer camps, as well as our multiple locations across the country. We have over 260 School of Rocks in major markets around the country and around the globe. And so we've been all collaborating on ideas and trying to figure out how to make our way through this. But locally, what we've decided to do, we typically run a 3-week session of camps in June. Those are 3 different weeks of camps for 3 different age groups, 3 different levels of experience. And then we repeat those camps again in July. So we've decided to go ahead and postpone our June camps, but we have consolidated all of the current enrollees in June with the July dates. We essentially stopped marketing our camps back in March. So we think our overall numbers will be lower, and we will be able to accommodate those that are interested in July. Our camps size is about 10 to 15 each week. We run half-day camps for the youngest kids and then full-day camps for the older kids. And so we're going to start promoting those and, having a forum like this to get the word out, having Baton Rouge Parents Magazine as a partner in this is tremendously advantageous. And, I think also partnering with all these excellent professionals in the room here and sharing ideas and making sure we're all safe is great. And, if people want information on our camp or any of our programs, schoolofrock.com. So that's all I got for now.
Awesome, Lyle. I appreciate it. Glad you've made it in here. Move it around. Next on the screen, let's see, who do we have? That would be Jackie. Jackie, you're up. How are things?
Hi. Things are good. We're rocking and rolling. I didn't mean to steal that from Lyle. I'm Jackie Tullier with American Family Martial Arts. We have summer camps for this first summer. We're having a camp every week. In the past, we've done 1 or 2 camps. So we're ready to go. We are already inside, so if there's some bad weather coming, it doesn't affect our daily plans. But the kids are going to have lots of fun. They have 2 martial arts classes a day. And we have weapons on Tuesdays. And all the dads may be excited to know, we do Nerf Wars every Friday. All day long, Nerf Wars. So we have lots of different games we play with Nerf Wars. We're going to be doing some arts and crafts, and that's new. So it's a lot of fun. They get to learn. You don't have to know martial arts. Part of the registration package, they'll get karate pants and a belt. They'll have 1 testing fee as part of the registration. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All our kids have fun. We keep them busy most of the time. And American Family Martial Arts. That's us.
Thank you. Kelly Corral, Kid Cam, how are things?
Everything's going well. We just finished our first week last week. It went very well. We had good numbers. We had to limit how many we could take because of phase 1, but now that we're going into phase 2, that should free up a little bit more. We're still going to be cautious and take all the regular protocol with taking temperatures and washing hands, sanitizing, and then keeping our groups a little bit on the smaller size. But we will be able to start going and doing swimming next week. well, of course, the weather may not cooperate, but we should be able to do that. And also our water day. We are already doing science activities, creative art activities, drama activities, talent shows. So we're keeping it fun, keeping busy. It's kidcamcamp.com. We have two locations open to the public, and if there's enough demand, we have a third one we can open.
Awesome. Sounds good. Brian, how's things over at Elite?
Oh, we're rocking and rolling. We're having a great time. So we have camp open this week for up to 30 kids, and I have 29. So I got one spot. If anybody out there needs a spot, we got one. But I'm looking forward to opening up next week, a few more spots, so that is good. We start at 7:30. The kids learn basic gymnastics fundamentals that will help them in any sport for boys and girls. I like to cross promote. So it's if any of the kids are in the martial arts, they like to flip and things like that. This is the place to come to learn to flip, and then you go learn how to do the karate over at Jackie's camp over there. Okay, so really like to cross promote like that, and really glad to be on the panel and help anybody out, because I know gymnastics goes hand in hand with a lot of these the music and musicians and gymnasts. That's a long time history there with those things. A lot of our gymnasts love playing piano and guitar and all of those things, so that's kind of cool. So we have some spots left. We're having a lot of fun at Elite. Still have some protocols to go through, but that's just for the time being. I think that's just going to be how it is. I don't see that going away anytime soon. Even in the being able to open up to 50%, which in my building is quite a few people. I just don't see the protocols going away. So we're keeping with the protocols, but we're adding a few more staff, adding a few more spots, and it looks like it's going to be a decent summer for kids that want to come out and do camp.
Awesome. I do agree. I think it's going to shape out. Everybody's going to do good. Next up, Christian, over with the YMCA. How are things over there? You've got a lot of different places and a lot of bodies to keep up with.
Yeah, so we're doing well. We've got 6 locations going, from Addis on the other side of the river all the way up to Zachary, and then also within Baton Rouge. But numbers are looking good, and not quite full, but we're getting there. Our kids are doing crafts and Nerf wars and all kinds of fun stuff that we can do, and make sure they're having a good time in the program. So we're, I think, like everybody else, excited about the 50% rule, but it changes a little bit of the numbers, but since we haven't shrunk the 6-foot distancing rule, it still kind of limits us a little bit. But we're excited about getting some of our pools open and doing some other things with the kids too. So all's good.
Awesome. Thank you. Jeannie, how are things?
Hey, we're doing okay with West Baton Rouge Museum, just across the river from downtown Baton Rouge and Port Allen. Our museum has been around for 50 plus years, and we're a regional history museum. And Blast from the Past Summer History Camp has been a tradition of ours for the past 24 years. So we're really sad to announce that our 25th year this year, we're not having it, but we're going to provide everyone who we refunded, and anyone who's listening can go to our website in mid-June. We're going to provide you with the tools to have a blast from the past on your own at home. 5 action-packed days with ways to explore Louisiana culture and history with, so you'll have a little bit of trivia about where our cultural traditions and things uniquely made in Louisiana, how it's made, where these traditions come from. You'll have old-fashioned games, crafts, chores, and even some fun things to cook up in the kitchen and learn why we do these things as Louisianians. So, and we were very mindful to choose activities from our planned camp program to make sure it's things that families would have easily accessible at their house already or could get pretty easily. So I'm really hoping that visitors will come see us at westbatonrougemuseum.com until we open. In fact, we're still closed to the public right now. We've got some major construction going on, and when families can come back this summer, you'll be coming back to a new facelift to some of our existing exhibits. You'll see some new exhibits, facelift to our grounds. And right now the target date is we're hoping to reopen to the public June 13th, 14th, and there will be a jam session on the grounds where families can come and bring their own lawn chairs, socially distanced seating apart, and just celebrate with us when we can all, come together again. But I'd also want visitors to come and take a look at our website for a couple other things we have ongoing right now. A COVID art contest, which really can be like visual art, videos, whatever is making you smile and get through this tough time. And we have monthly prizes that we're giving away thanks to sponsors. And we also have an essay contest for middle and high school students with cash prizes thanks to Frank Ruth Children's Fund. And when we do open to the public, and again, check our website to make sure that we'll be opening as of mid-June. You can come as a walk-in family at any time, but if you want to call and make a reservation with a week's notice, you can reserve something just for your family, like a demonstration in our barn. So maybe you want a blacksmithing or woodworking demonstration or a puppet show, or we have a menu of things that people can choose from that we can just customize your tour and make it come to life, add a little lanyap during this tough time, because museums right now, we can't take organized big group tours right now, so we're just trying to do things for individual families to make their summer super fun and just be as creative as we can be.
Awesome. All right, Linda, you didn't miss you last week, but it looks like you guys made it in, this week. So give us a little, what's going on over there with you guys?
We are super excited to be here this week. I have my camp director, Miss Anna Whitman, here with me, and we have some virtual camps planned for next week, a super fun Making It camp, which includes a lot of fun art challenges, and also lights, camera, action, an acting camp. We'll do that next week virtually, and then we'll move to our in-house camp starting the 15th. We plan to do all the same things, the temperature check, the hand washing or sanitizing, keeping kids as far apart as we can during the time. Our camps are half days, 9 to 12. And then we also have our big camp, Kids on Broadway, that is usually the first 2 weeks of June, but we move those back to July. Our camps don't have a whole lot of campers in them right now, so there's a lot of availability. We just revamped it so that we could announce that and let everybody know we're open for camp. So we're ready to take some campers in. Like I said, Kids on Broadway is a full day for 2 weeks, and then the rest of them are half days.
Appreciate you making it.
Yes, thank you.
Looking for things. Leah, you're still there. Your cue, if you can jump in here for us. I know Leah's got multitasking.
I am.
So.
Yes, I'm multitasking, but I am here. And thanks for having me. I'm Leah Russell from the Arts Council of Greater Baton Rouge. Our camps are starting in July. So pre-COVID, we only had one camp scheduled the last week of July, and to help with the demand for childcare and exciting programming, we expanded it throughout the entire month. Each week of our camp, starting July 6th, will feature arts organizations here in Baton Rouge that will provide the bulk of the programming. So week 1, our campers will experience kids orchestra and playmakers. Week 2, visual art by the Baton Rouge Gallery. We'll also have playmakers again, and we'll have a concert from the Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra, and the symphony is actually going to come weeks 2, 3, and 4 for a presentation, an interactive music presentation. Week 3 is going to be super fun. We're working with Beyond the Garage. If you're not familiar with Beyond the Garage, Clay Ashe is a puppet artist here in Baton Rouge, and he's going to create puppets with the campers, talk a little bit about film and how to create films with puppets. Week 3 will also have Theater Baton Rouge will be with us. So I'm really interested in how they are going to complement each other with their programs. And that's one of the cool things about having all of these different organizations that are representing different genres of art, is that they're going to collaboratively plan so that there are crossover connections between the different art forms and the different organizations. And then in week 4, we are actually having Knock Knock come in. I've been working with Lucy and their education staff, and Knock Knock's going to come in and work with one of the Arts Council's teaching artists. And this is actually the camp that we were really planning for as far as content. We are calling it My Best Self, and it's going to focus on nutrition and health and positive modes of expression through art forms. So we'll have certified teachers come in and talk about the correlation between nutrition and a healthy, active lifestyle. And you'll see some of that reflected in the art and the making that Knock Knock's going to provide. So I'm really excited about that. Our Artsplosion camps are for grades K through 5. So if your camper is entering grades K through 5 for the upcoming school year, they are eligible to participate. Our numbers right now, we are keeping them at 16 campers per week, and we have 2 spaces. If you're familiar with our Arts Council offices right now, we're located at 427 Laurel Street. We have an upstairs gallery, and then we have the downstairs Firehouse Museum. And so we're going to split that group of 16 into 2 groups. So there will be 8 kids in each space, along with a camp staff person that will be with them the entire time, plus the teaching artist that will be with them during the day. So we're looking at about 10 people in each space right now, since we will be in phase 2 and potentially phase 3 by that time. We will open up spots for additional enrollment if necessary. All of the state mandated precautions with temperature checks and frequent hand washing and social distancing will be in place. And you can register and get more information about all of our health and safety precautions and the camp programming at artsvr.org, artsvr.org. And I will put that link in the chat and also my email address. We have been working remotely. Our administrative staff has been working remotely, but we will be back in the office on a rotation on this coming Friday. So if you need to get in touch with me right now, email is the best way, because even when we get back in the office, I will not be there every day throughout the month of June. So I will put my email address and our website where you can find more information in the chat.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. Thank you, everybody. Kind of giving everybody a rundown, kind of what's going on, what you're up to. We're going to go on top 5, questions. For everybody, these are questions we kind of emailed to people that had registered. We also put some stuff out through social media. We had editors look for things and basically kind of compile. And ultimately, this is what we're finding that, people are wanting to know. Jumping straight into number 5. With the state opening phase 2 on Friday, how will this affect your camp size and camp families? A lot of people talked about families and units, and we added that on the second and the back end of this question, because obviously camp size is something that people are wanting to know, but then more in depth, and I think it just goes to show people we're paying attention. A lot of you guys were talking about how we had our camps and then we had our little camp family that stuck together. Does any of that stuff change with moving into phase 2, or is a lot of that, stay the same? So what, Christian, does that, you got any information you can kind of share with us on that? I know you guys have kind of been jumping on some things.
Yeah, for us, it potentially affects the size of our camp and not the camp families or groups. Our ratios have always kind of been 1 to 10. So we'll stick to those and maintain those throughout the summertime. It just might mean instead of, 60 kids at the camp, we might get to 70 or 80.
Okay. Kelly, is that same kind of thing there, or you got anything to add on that?
Well, the phase 2 will allow us to have larger size groups, but we're sort of hesitating on that. We are sort of liking our smaller groups, and we may keep them. They might grow a little bit. You could have up to 25, which we never have 25 anyway. Our typical typical size is 20 with 2 staff members, and we've been doing 9 with 1 staff member. So we're still trying to figure out exactly how we're going to change that. The biggest change is that it will allow us to get on a bus together. Although when we're on the bus, everybody will have to wear their masks. We'll sanitize before, we'll sanitize after. But that's the only way we can get to swimming pool or to other activities, so that we're able to leave camp and let the children still have some of those activities for the summer. I'd hate for them to miss out on that all summer. So we are still planning to do that, and that's going to allow us to do that now, which is good.
Exciting. We can do some things, so we can get moving. Anybody got anything to add on that? Is that changing anybody else's, individual little camp units? Anything? I know the running theme, and I was going to kind of bring this to the end, but kind of call it to a head. Last week we were talking about needing to register. A lot of you guys have all said, you're starting to get full, and there's, Brian's got a spot left. Kelly, you said you had a spot you could open. That seems like that's kind of a, running thing. But as far as the sizes, the overall consensus is still keeping things a little smaller, close knit, even though we've got the little bit of ability to expand.
This is Leah. I agree with Kelly. We do want to keep our camps on the smaller side. Still open to opening up new spots as there is a need. At some point, we will likely have to cut that off, though, because the additional campers will require additional staff, so that we can make sure that we have that 10-to-1 ratio. Our week 1, we have about 8 spots left. Weeks 2 through 4 are almost full. So if you're thinking about it, if you're considering, please reach out. Ask me as many questions as you want. I'm a mom, and I know that, we need to be able to drop our kids off so that we can go to work, but we want to make sure that they're super safe. So if you have any questions at all, I'm happy to answer them. But we are going to try to keep our camps as small as possible, opening up if we need to. But I would say probably by mid-June, maybe the last week of June, we will cut that off, because it would likely require us to hire additional staff.
Gotcha. Does that make any difference, Lyle, over there in your world, with you guys? I can't remember how many of you guys actually, kind of run inside, the units.
Our camp sizes are already pretty small. We run about 10 to 15 kids each week of camp. Those are our maximum numbers. So sometimes we only have, 8, 7 kids. And so that's well below our 50% occupancy numbers. We have some unique challenges when it comes to safety, and we have protocols in place, and obviously we're doing the same upon arrival with sanitizing, hand washing. We're dealing with instruments. A lot of times these kids don't have their own instruments when they come to camp, so there's an added level of having to disinfect and do that in between. Sessions and kids, and not sharing instruments and assigning certain things to kids. But as far as the camp size is concerned, no, it doesn't. There's really no difference. And again, we're postponing till July. So, part of July, or maybe even later in July, we may be even on to the next phase.
Absolutely. Before we jump to the next, anybody have anything to add, on that? I think that's kind of there. Here's the one, Kelly kind of tipped our hand, on this one. This was a big one for everybody. Are campers allowed to go out on field trips now? So, Kelly, I'll let you take that one. Sounds like you know a little bit about that.
Well, according to what I saw from the governor today, they are going to be sending out more guidelines. So whenever we got the first guidelines, they had bus guidance. So if we can get on a bus, that tells me we can go on a field trip. So that's my philosophy. So we are going to be going on field trips. I am waiting. I think they are going to be submitting some new guidelines for phase 2 for us that we have not received yet, but those should be coming out pretty soon.
Gotcha. Christian, you guys would probably be doing some field trips possibly. Is that some stuff that you guys are looking at, or have you heard anything different?
Yeah, I think similar to Kelly, we're waiting on the official guidelines to come out. And what that means, it's kind of the confusing thing that everybody's hearing is that you're being told you can go to X percentage, but you still have to maintain the social distancing piece. So it's trying to navigate that complication. So I think we're all waiting on additional guidelines. Right now, I guess we're at a little bit of an advantage because we have pools at our properties. So for us, there's not a need to get on a bus. But we also are looking just to bring a lot more things to our branches and try to take advantage of the acreage that we have. I mean, most of our properties sit on anywhere from 15 to 20 acres of land. So we have some opportunities there to do some things as well. So right now, that's our main focus. But again, if the guidelines begin to change, we'll start looking at other opportunities as well.
Great segue there. I appreciate it because, that's exactly what we want to do is, normally we would have you guys come to us at Knock Knock, but we have developed some great outreach opportunities for us to actually come to you and bring different kits, different activities, and different things to all the camps that are in our area. So we're very willing to do that anytime that you guys are wanting to do that. So that's just another opportunity for all of us to work together and make sure that our kids are excited and happy and get the most out of their summer camp experience.
Gotcha. Anybody got anything? Brian, are you guys, trying to be mobile on some things, or are they staying at the gym?
Pretty much staying at the gym. I chatted privately with a couple of people in this group to see if we could work out some ancillary things. So I'll wait to hear back from people because I know that some of my kids would like to do certain things, and I know that some of the kids at the other camps like to come and do some, crazy things in the gym. So it might be a lot of fun for everybody. So, but I don't have a way. Like we don't have buses. I don't have buses. I don't bus kids around. It's not typically something we do in the gymnastics community. So for summer camps, I usually look for a partner that already has that in place, and then we can partner up with providing some services that they don't have and complementing them with some, they're doing some services that we don't have, such as, a lot of my kids, my campers would love to do swim lessons. They would love to do swim lessons. I mean, that's, summertime, love to go to camp, help the parents out because they're here doing gymnastics. They love that, but they also wanted to be able to do swimming lessons. And to fit it all during the day doesn't work. So partnering with somebody like that has pools and can do swim lessons is a good thing. So, not doing any field trips, but I am looking for a partner that has some ways and means that we can get some of these other activities added to my camp entourage of things that we could do here.
I've got a pickup truck and a tarp. If you
That'll work. That'll work. Does it keep the social distancing? I mean, we got seats, belts. We're good.
Yeah. So, all right. Unless anybody's got anything, we'll jump to number 3. This one, I thought this was number 1, but I didn't do the tally, so I'll leave that to somebody else. Will staff be required to wear masks all day around the children? So, who wants to take this one? Anybody?
Yeah, I'll go. Our staff are wearing masks while they're in the building, but not while they're outside. So anytime we're indoors, they're in masks, but every time we're outside, they're allowed to remove them. We've been working with a couple of epidemiologists from the hospital that have kind of walked through our properties with us, and that was their guidance: is when you're outdoors, you really don't need to have a mask on when you're outside.
Somebody needs to tell that to a lot of my neighbors when they keep walking their dogs. So, Jackie, it looked like you were going to say something there. Did you have something?
Yeah, our staff will be wearing masks. We're not requiring the children. We're a little different from Brian. It's really hard for his staff to wear masks. I'm not trying to steal your thunder there. But it's definitely our support staff. Like I'm support staff. Instructors will be wearing masks. And of course, we're disinfecting. That's certainly something we've stepped up. It is martial arts, so we play games and things. The kids are going to be near each other. Just social distancing is a little more challenging in our facility.
Gotcha. Linda, you got anything to weigh in over there? You guys a little bit different, maybe?
Well, at this time, we are for sure going to have our staff and campers wear masks to enter and exit the building. We do some outside activities, but we're going to do lots of social distancing inside. And of course, it is hard to be, dancing around with a face mask on. So we're gonna await see on that.
All right. Anybody got anything to add there?
We will be wearing masks at the Arts Council, staff and campers.
You said you will be or will not be?
Yes, we will be. Yes, we will
Okay.
be. Campers are going to be asked to wear a mask. We are providing each camper each week one cloth mask. So they will have a sanitized, sterile cloth mask that we will give them just in case they don't have their own. And then, if that's the only mask they have to wash it and bring it back with them every day. Or they can just wear whatever they have. They can certainly wear their own mask to camp, but that will be a requirement for campers and staff. And we will provide the camper with at least one during the week.
Is anybody else providing, mask for, campers coming in that's maybe requiring?
Brandon, we have them. We have extras if a child forgets one or needs one, or some of our communities doesn't have access to one.
Okay. Awesome. And if y'all, just as a reminder for everyone, and Linda wasn't here for anybody, Liz had to drop off, but get in touch with the chamber. They've worked out they put a whole PPE, it all depends on where you're talking to. PPE exchange, where you can order and get your mask and all those different kind of things and just pick them up right across the street or right across the river. Gosh, shame on me. I should remember who they partnered up with a company that's really stepped up, and they've helped really control the cost, and where you can you go online order and then you can drive over and pick it up right away. So makes it a whole lot easier. That's Liz over at the chamber, or Adam can help with that.
Brandon, I believe the name of the company is Lions over across the river in Port Allen. We've utilized them for our PPE, and they've been great.
Yes.
For all you other people out there, if you haven't used them, look them up. They're great.
Yeah, not only are they buying, a collective buying for everybody, but from what I understand, they keep the price down and they make it super easy. Like order, drive over, pick up, haul off. It's a super easy, and you're not waiting for Amazon's 2-day shipping to take 10 days. So I don't know if anybody else is having that problem but me, but I'm a little upset about it. All right. Number 2, will temperature check be required at drop-off? I'm asking this. A lot of people have been asking this. It's the easy question to ask, but I'm seeing, mixed, just me moving around along the community. I think I've had my temperature taken 3 or 4 times today, but I've gone to the same company, 2 different buildings, and they took it in one and didn't take it in the other. What are we doing camp-wise?
At Kid Camp, all staff and children have their temperature taken upon arrival every day, as well as like some general questions of health.
Gotcha. Like know anybody with COVID?
Yeah, any changes in, your child feeling generally okay, if there have been any problems. And, sometimes they have problems, and if they're explained, it's okay, because it is allergy season, and some children have seasonal allergies, but we investigate that if there's a problem, but everyday temperature.
Are we looking at like the shifty eye for the parent who's lying and just wants to drop the kid off?
I am really hoping this year that people are more conscientious about that, and that, not any of the, given the fever medicine the day before or anything like that. I think people are taking it very seriously, and I don't think we're going to have that trouble this summer.
Absolutely. Anybody else? Everybody kind of pretty much doing it sounds like Leah jumped off.
Yeah, I'm here. Arts Council is taking temperatures at the door, campers and staff, and we're also taking temperatures midday. So if anybody spikes a fever, we have some protocol in place where they'll be isolated with another staff person until their parent can pick them up. And like Kelly said, a fever could be for various reasons. So getting some more information about why that fever spiked. Typically, you need to be fever free for 24 hours before returning, and so we'll address that if necessary. But temperature checks in the morning and midday at the Arts Council.
the temperature thing, I think, is not something that's going away. I think we'll be doing that through the rest of the summer, at least, not into the fall. Everyone seems to be used to doing it now, so it's really not as much of a hassle as it was before. And the kids even get a kick out of it because they want to know if, if they got the, I guess they looked up, what the perfect temperature was. So they're always looking to try to get the perfect score. I guess that maybe there's the little gymnast in them, but they're looking for the perfect score of the 98.6. So, we're having some fun with it here at the gym.
Yeah, that's pretty. It works in the gym well. I'm waiting to get pulled over by a cop and see if they're going to shoot me through the window before they let me roll the window down, with the temperature gun. But
let us know about that. We would be interesting on the feedback of that. Yes.
It would be interesting if I had the fever and they'd be like, no, just keep going. Don't roll down. All right. So jump over to number 1. Will you continue the same cleaning methods as phase 1 and this is kind of, we had to but change up this question a little bit to make it make more sense. Looking through some of the guidelines, there's a little bit that's changed from phase 1 to phase 2. Do we feel that that's necessary, to go, or is it we already got protocol in place and we're just going to stick with what we have? So,
At KidCam, we're going to stick with the same protocol.
Are you running with fog guns? So everybody's
Yeah.
been hearing these, and nobody sent me a video with the fog guns.
We're not fog guns. We use bleach water, which kills pretty much everything, and we sanitize constantly throughout the day. So every time the children leave a table, for example, that table and the chairs will be sanitized behind them.
There we go.
Same as Kelly. We're keeping our phase 1 cleaning protocol. We haven't started our camp, so we are just going to, we got those guidelines when we decided to expand, and we're just going to keep them. So like Kelly said, it'll be, once a kid leaves a table and chair, it'll be sanitized. And we're going to deep clean each week.
Awesome.
We're going to continuing with our phase 1 and what we do now at the karate school anyway. When they come through the door, we greet them with a sanitizer high five. The staff member pumps it out so that we don't have a lot of contact with it. Periodic disinfecting during the day with fast acting disinfecting. We're on our mat a lot of the time. So at the end of the night, we vacuum and do a 15-minute dwell time disinfectant to kill anything that's running around. And then, of course, if we use some shared equipment like targets, we will disinfect them in between use.
Pro tip, not for me, it was given to me. Anybody going through all this, if you've got groups, or cleaning staff coming through, cleaning facilities and doing different things, I was told by one good authority, I won't call them out, but they were saying if people are coming in, this is even true for anybody who's listening, if they're cleaning, if you have someone coming to help, a housekeeper at the house or even at your business, make them use your vacuum cleaner. Don't let them bring the other vacuum from everywhere else, that they've been and vacuum everything up from 5 houses down the street and blow it around into your house, or into your business. So if you've got somebody helping out, get your own vacuum and stick with it.
Brandon, this is Christian. We're working on video right now for a number of things, but I'll make sure you get added to the list so you can see what the fogger looks like. So, but we are using the foggers. Also aerosol sprays, which we're also using those for hand sanitizing as well, because kids can hold their hands out. We can easily get it on everybody's hands and make sure they can, rub their hands and stuff. But the foggers themselves they're phenomenal because we can basically sanitize every space in our building in a matter of minutes, which makes a big difference. But we will continue with phase 1. Personally, I think it's here to stay for a while.
Absolutely. Christian, we're supposed to go next Tuesday as well. If you can give me that video, we'll play it next Tuesday.
I will make sure we have it done by then. I'll do it.
And if you can get me as the guy shooting the fog gun, maybe we'll, run it a couple more times. So.
Even better.
Anybody got anything kind of to add to that?
Brandon, we will be continuing our phase 1 cleaning and disinfecting methods, but it's interesting. I'm sure everybody else has also discovered this. While going through this process, we've discovered some things that we're going to change forever for the future, and some of the requirements of some of our kids and some of the disinfecting that we're doing internally, we've come across things that we felt need to be permanently changed. So not only will we continue with phase one, but for the future, we have permanent things in place that we're doing here as well as I'm sure everybody else is too.
Yeah, I'm going to echo what Lyle said, because as this has come and we're learning and educating ourselves, we really do need to step up disinfection. I'm sure all of us remember last fall, they had to close a couple of different school districts because the seasonal flu was just, everybody was getting sick and they were passing it around and all of that. So I think much like Lyle was saying is some of these protocols we're going to increase. We were disinfecting already, but perhaps like Lyle was saying, we're going to do more of it in ways that are effective.
One that is popping through some chat, and I know it sounds like this is common, it's coming through, so I'm just going to add it in. It wasn't, live, and I think this has probably started because Christian brought this up last time, but the question is, are water fountains being turned off? And so...
Yeah, I just answered that too, sorry, but yeah, we've turned all of ours off and are replacing them with automatic water bottle fillers. And then in the meantime, we're giving kids bottles of water, as with all of our members that are coming into the Y as well, providing water bottles until we get all those installed.
Gotcha.
I think the water fountain is something of a relic. It may not come back, at least in the form that it used to be.
It'll be like a phone booth when you see one. You'll take a picture with your kids by a water fountain, and it'll be a relic if you can find one that'll work.
I just want to make sure and I forgot his name because he's not up on my screen right now, but the guy that does the Knock Camp over at the museum, I want to make sure that my water fountain gets to the museum first. So you guys just back off. I've already private messaged him. I'm going to have it. It'll be the one that everyone can take a picture of from Elite Gymnastics, donated right to the museum.
Former Olympic athletes, drank from this water fountain back when water fountains were alive, allowed.
We can say Carly Patterson and Reagan Corbell, actually, they were here in the gym, they did that. So yeah, we could do that, put it in the museum. It'll be a great thing. Kids can come take pictures, and I'll work out a referral fee. It's good.
That's kind of a phase 2 thing. I can make that work.
See, Jimmy, I knew you would be on the same page.
I can make that work.
Yeah. Anyone else want to get in on this? We can all do it. We can light them up.
We got to find a way to make it do something. We'll wire it up,
Oh, I got a guy that can do that. Don't worry about it. We got a Rube Goldberg machine that will do all kinds of weird stuff, man. It'll pop. It'll be like Tom and Jerry all over again.
And we'll get Linda to put together like an opening number, for when they unveil it. They'll put a whole, package together, and we'll have a number.
I can sell that. I got
Lyle's going to play in the corner. Jackie's going to run security. Kelly's going to bus them all over. Jeannie's putting everything, ready, the programs together for everybody. Leah's
got some flag football going. We're good, man. We're good.
Brandon, I come up with ways we can all work together and provide excellent community service here. So this is going to be phenomenal. The water fountain display is the new thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, like I said, we're only going to do 5. We are 7:23. If everybody, one of the things I've been getting kind of pinged over here is, it's, what else do parents need to know? What's your name? What's the name of the camp? What do parents need to know? What's the parting thoughts, for this week?
The one thing I wanted to say is it's a great opportunity, and I have truly enjoyed the time I've spent with y'all, because I'm learning about other variety of camps in our area. I knew about many of them. A lot of our staff attend these camps besides our camp, so it's a great opportunity to have everyone experience a little bit of everything. Just for record, Lisa Graves, LSU Online and Continuing Education, pre-college programs. If you have a question about science fair, I can help you with that. Like I said, all our camps are virtual. We won't be doing any face-to-face, but you can access our camps 24/7 during the week of camp. So that gives you an opportunity not only to participate in our virtual camp, but also enroll in the camps that the panelists represent here. So you have an opportunity to do a little bit about everything in the summer.
Awesome, Lisa. Well, I'm giving you homework, the most important assignment. We appreciate that, but we need to know about the fall Saturday night camp out there at LSU. If that's still going to be open, it's like me and a couple 100,000, people. I need to know if that camp is going to be open. So we're going to send you with marching orders to find that out.
Okay, I will get with the camp director, Coach O, on that,
Yes.
and I will find out what camp director O says about that and get back with you.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Jimmy, what's going on, man? Jimmy, knock, knock.
Yeah, Jimmy Frederick at Knock Knock. We are going to start our camps again on July 13th. We have 4 weeks of camps, and for the first time this year, we're doing 9 to 4. So it's a full day camp. Again, it's a little different than all the other camps that we've been talking about today, and I just really appreciate what the other camp directors are doing and the opportunities that they're giving our children in our community. But if you're looking for something very specific, which is exactly what we have our Astro Camp coming up on July 13th, and that is NASA-based, a unique camp, which is Minecraft. Then we have our STEAM camp, and then we're going into an Olympics. So my point is that Knock Knock is about to be open for everybody very soon, but we're very excited to also be offering some summer camp options just in case folks have an opportunity and want to bring their kids here for the entire day, for an entire week. It really is going to be a unique camp experience, not just because of the activities, but also because of the atmosphere here at Knock Knock. So we're excited to be a part of it. And Brandon, thank you again for allowing us to be a part of this. And Knock Knock is excited to not only have camps, but also to bring some of our field trip opportunities to some of the camps around the area.
Awesome. We're running, next we can go to Lyle, but I need to make sure, Linda, you're not at Kelly's house, are you? Because your director popped up and ran off, and Kelly popped off and ran at the same time, like they ran in the kitchen to get a snack. So we'll wait. I'll skip over you two, and we'll come back. Lyle, what do we have? Kind of some last thoughts?
Yeah, again, Lyle Bourne.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I had to say something. Y'all are all in the same house. Anyway. Lyle.
Yeah, this is Lyle with School of Rock Baton Rouge. And Brandon, again, I want to thank you for the opportunity. This is, going through all this, none of us want to be going through this, but this is a great collaboration between some really great businesses and organizations, and this forum is awesome. And it's great, I'll echo what Lisa said. It's great to hear about what everybody else is offering. And I think, this can strengthen our community of providers. We can look to collaborate more in the future, and it's great to see everybody, taking ideas and learning things from everybody. One thing I'd like to add is just, parents out there, know that everybody's number one priority is the safety of your children. And I'm sure everybody on this call is doing everything they can as well as we are here at School of Rock. And we want to have a successful summer just as everyone else does, and we want to have a fun, safe summer, and know that we are going to keep your children as a number one priority, and their safety is the most important thing to us, as it always is year-round. So thanks.
Well said, Lyle. Appreciate it. Jackie, that means you're up.
Hi, Jackie Tullier from American Family Martial Arts. And we do martial arts for ages, our camp will be ages 6 to 14. And it runs from 9 to 3. And they have lots of fun. They play fun games, King of the Ring, a lot of things we do. They're actually drills, but they're games. So we'll have different themes every day each week, but parents don't have to dress up their kids or remember which theme it is today. So they're going to have lots of fun, and of course, Nerf Wars on Friday. And yes, Dad, you can come play with us too. Even you, Jimmy.
We've had 2 Nerf War birthday parties at my house, and there's a running joke, and I can look right now over in the corner and I can see a dart. Every time I move a piece of furniture or anything, there's a dart left over. So
we find them months later.
That's absolutely.
Yeah.
So it is fun. Kelly, you're up and you missed it. I've determined that you are at Linda's house or Linda's at your house because you and our team director left at the same time, went to the kitchen, and came back at the same time. So
I really like your house, Linda. Well, Kid Cam is here to provide a necessary service for parents who have to work. But of course, while we're doing that, we don't want it to just be babysitting. We want it to be fun and engaging. So we're all about the hands-on activities, keeping the kids busy and engaged. We always promise they will sleep well at night. If anybody in your household or if you have a child who has serious medical underlying conditions that could get, have a serious reaction to this, we really think they should not be at camp. But if your child is healthy, we would love to have your child join us if that's something that would help you get everything done that you need done. So kidcamcamp.com. We have 2 locations open currently. We have 1 more that we can open if we need an overflow. And we're just looking forward to a great summer.
Awesome. Brian.
Did I unmute myself? Okay, I unmuted myself this time. This is good. I remember to do that.
2.5 months into Zoom, it's okay. You don't know how to work it now.
We got some great things going on at camp. And aside from camps, like Lyle said, our number 1 priority is to keep everybody safe. The staff safe, the kids safe. We really don't want anyone getting ill because they came to camp or they got out and did something, especially when they're doing great activities that's good for them. Gymnastics, martial arts, going to the kid camps. Those are good activities, healthy activities for your children, and we want to be able to provide those services to and do them safely. So we're all here, and we're helping one another. We're supporting the community. I'm new to the community, so this is my first go round of summer, and I get to play COVID-19 recovery. So it's going to be fun. It has been fun. And we look forward to that. So one, shameless plug. Everyone's got to do a shameless plug. I do one shameless plug. Aside from camp, I offer parents want to go out to dinner. You like going out to dinner. I know restaurants have been closed, but now they're open, and you got to go out to dinner. I do have a Friday night deal that's kind of like a camp. The kids do gymnastics. It is limited. Same protocols apply, but mom and dad can drop off and go to dinner and enjoy the evening, and then come and get the kiddos, and they'll be worn out, ready to go to bed. So we do have that here. And, any of my fellow camp directors that need someplace to send people, we can work something out and make sure that your kiddos, get some kind of reward or discount or something to come and have a nice evening, do some gymnastics, and mom and dad can go out and enjoy Baton Rouge and all the great dining and cuisines that are here. So.
That's actually not a shameless plug.
Well,
that's not a shameless plug. It is needed.
I'm working on it. I'm getting better.
It is needed.
What Brian didn't tell everybody is he says you pick them up, but you pick them up in the morning.
Oh, well, hold on. Now, I'm going to have to call my insurance company over that one, Brandon. Hold on.
So, and since you are new, I'll give you, we have a storm potentially coming, so you don't have to worry about getting supplies. Here in Louisiana, we bring you your gas, your groceries, your bread, everything, so just stay home if the storm comes. You don't have to get out and get anything.
This is awesome. Why didn't anyone tell me?
Just don't go line up at the gas
station. I didn't get the
pamphlet.
Was I supposed to get a pamphlet when I moved?
It's on the back of your license when you renew it in Louisiana. So
okay, I got to do that still, so that's why I haven't found out. I apologize.
All right, Jeannie, what do we got? You're on mute.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, Brandon, thank you to you and Baton Rouge Parents Magazine for allowing me to participate, even though sadly West Baton Rouge Museum will not be holding its 25th annual Blast from the Past Summer History Camp. However, any parents listening, anybody in the world, the whole entire world, can go to westbatonrougemuseum.com starting mid-June when we hopefully reopen to the public. We will have blast from the past, 5 days of enrichment activities that you can enjoy from the comfort of your very own home. You can explore Louisiana and find out where our customs and traditions come from. And when we open in mid-June, just come for a special family visit. You can come as a walk-in, or you can call in advance and make reservations for just your family only to have unique gallery experiences or living history demonstrations in some of our historic dwellings. And for all the rest of the day camps out there, if you're looking for some extra enrichment yourself, we have probably a 20-year-old running program called Grandmother Marguerite's Trunk. It's an outreach program with 7 different museum theater themes. So there's a presentation by a museum staff person in historic dress that will come and do programming for you at your site. And then we can probably be a little creative during these times and offer some other things with some other museum staff with other specialties in the arts or whatever. So please stay connected with West Baton Rouge Museum via westbatonrougemuseum.com. And for all of our Blast from the Past campers and their families, and even the teen helpers that come each year to fulfill their service hours, please don't forget us. We love and miss you guys more than you know. And I'm hoping we'll be up and running next year to keep this tradition going, because I sure miss seeing all the kids. And we are on second generations of like our very first campers bringing their own kids in now. So please don't forget us. Come see us. Thanks.
Awesome. Next up would be Linda and company at Kelly's house, or Linda. So.
Whoever's house. My name is Anna Whitman. I am the summer camp director, so I'm kind of Linda's right-hand man during the summer, running everything here for camps. We are a performing arts studio that offers any kind of performing arts that you can imagine. We also build in some visual arts and some games and activities with our camps. We have everything from LSU Spirit Camp to YouTuber Camp, a fashion camp called Glitz and Glam. We're going to do a Wizarding World camp, all incorporating dancing and singing and acting throughout all of those different themes. So we have a lot going on, and we have been missing our main people that we need, which are our kids. So we are anxious to get back in the studio and have our students back with us and our campers. So yeah. We also have a very, very qualified staff that runs all of our camps. We have former LSU Golden Girl and Tiger Girls. We have people who are majoring in theater in various prestigious universities across the country, as well as people who performed on So You Think You Can Dance and even on Broadway. So we're excited to get back in the game and back in with our campers.
Awesome. Thank you. Next would be Christian. Christian, you're going to bring us home, so it's
no pressure. No, pretty much the same as I think everybody else. I think everybody's trying to do the best they can to make sure all the kids and staff in our programs are safe, and trying to provide a quality program for everybody this summer. And I think what everybody said around just kind of the networking that's going on and the opportunities for us all to kind of work together, I think says a lot about this group that's on this call. And I think moving forward, I think, again, we're all looking forward to having a great summer and just making sure all of our kids are safe. And I'll share one thing. We have partnered with the Lake this summer to partner with their social services group. One of the things we've already experienced in week 1 are a number of kids that are coming that are somewhat traumatized, might be too strong of a word, but somewhat anxious about what is going on. So we've been bringing social workers into our camp to kind of sit and talk to kids that may have a need to talk some things through and stuff like that. So I think, again, from a standpoint of just safety and trying to make sure all the kids are having a great summer and being secure, I think that's just one extra level that I think we can all look to make sure that our kids are not only taken care of physically, but they're taken care of emotionally as well. So I think, again, just hoping everybody has a great summer.
Awesome. And it did turn out to be a liar because Leah's hiding on not on video, but
I'm still here. Yes, I'm Leah Russell again from the Arts Council of Greater Baton Rouge. We are an arts camp, so your children will experience a wide variety of art making, visual and performing arts. And the bulk of that programming will be provided by other arts organizations here in the community, along with our professional teaching artist roster. So all of these people are highly qualified to work with kids, to manage kids. And we're excited to be getting back to some semblance of normalcy. We say that our camps are designed to engage, entertain, and help kids find their creative spark. And so that's what we think about when we craft every activity, every lesson, every transition. So check out our website, artsbr.org, and email me anytime, lrussell@artsbr.org. And we would be delighted to have you. And I just want to say thanks to BR Parents and Brandon and everybody on this call for inviting me and allowing me to share. And I'm excited about the summer.
Awesome. Well, one thing I'm going to add, well, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody who's kind of logged in and stuck with us for 70 minutes. If you're one of the panelists, 80 minutes. I'm looking I can kind of see on another screen here, so everybody sees me watching. I'm just kind of keeping an eye. Most of the participants, people jumping in, they're staying with us, throughout this whole thing. So we're not seeing a lot of tail off. So appreciate you all sticking with us. Thank you to all the camps that are coming. I do have some homework for everybody. If you are one of the panelists, if you could send me an email with a link, or if you didn't have my email, if you had someone in our office, send them a link, an email to where you want. A lot of people are asking us, who are they? How do I find them? What's their website? And what I'm going to go back and do is get our team on the registration page for this webinar where they can go on our site. Basically, I'm going to get everybody's just links for everybody's wherever you want it. If you want it to your homepage, if you want your registration page, whatever you think is going to work best. But a lot of people are asking, kind of how do I find them? I think we've got a lot of people that have got an earbud in that are running around the house. Maybe they're borrowing somebody's vacuum cleaner and they're returning it. I don't know. But either way, we've got people that are asking how to find you guys. And I want to make it just a simple, easy, instead of digging them all over the place. So shoot that over when you can. Appreciate everybody. We are 18 minutes less than we were before. So I appreciate everybody sticking with us. Hope everybody does well, and hopefully see everybody again next week. So thanks, everybody.